Hey everyone, this is Mark the Knife Maker 123 back to make another video about my bug out bag guns, my picks. So all of you guys that really have the experience, sorry, I'm trying to make these videos for the people that are new to guns. I've only been into guns about 3 years now, so I'm not an expert. I don't have years and years of experience, so I'm trying to share with the others watching that have never really shot a gun and may be curious about what to pick for a first gun. These are my picks for the bug out guns that I will be carrying. I'll start with the Ruger 1022, which, as you can see, I have it modified with a folding stock that has the pistol grip, a 25 round mag, and on the front it has two Picatinny rails that I can add the lights to. Now, because of YouTube's new rules about touching guns, I'm not going to be touching any of these guns so I don't break their new TOS, but I'm just trying to share what I can as a beginner to guns. I've been into guns since I got here to South Carolina for about 3 years now, so I'm going to try and share what I can to those that may be new to guns. You guys that have 20 years of experience, I'm hoping will add your 2 cents. So try and share with us and try and understand my options for bug out guns. I'm not an expert, so I'm just trying to share what little experience I have. The Ruger 1022, in my opinion so far, is one of the best bug out guns that you could pick. It's a very reliable gun, very few moving parts. I've made a lot of mods to this one. The kid bolt, charging handle, and a few other mods that I've made to it are just what I think will make the gun a little bit better. A Ruger 1022 is, wow, they made over 5 million. Every single piece on this gun, or a stock Ruger 1022, you can modify these guns to do anything you want. You can replace every single piece on a Ruger 1022 to make it into your ultimate idea of the coolest gun ever. With me, I just wanted reliable, so I added a few of the parts to make it more reliable. I've shot this gun thousands of times. After I bought it, I took it to the range, and I've shot thousands of rounds through it. This gun is reliable. I would suggest using CCI mini mags. It's a rim-fired gun, not a center-fired gun, but I've shot thousands of rounds through this and maybe had 1 or 2 misfires, and that was because of just a bad round, not because the gun was not reliable. I'm not sure if this is making sense. I'm just trying to explain my opinion and what I think would be the best choice for a bug out gun. Anyone that picks this gun up pretty much can shoot it. A girl can shoot it, a kid can shoot it. They don't kick at all. This is a very, very accurate gun. I don't have scopes on it. I use the stock iron sights because I can hit what I aim at with it. The ranges that I go to, out to 50 yards, I can hit the target in the center all 25 shots. So that to me means more than the caliber. I'm sure a lot of you can do the same with an AK or AR, but to me, this gun is the gun I would pick because I can carry tons of ammo for it. As you can see, I've got a 25 round mag in it and another 25 round mag that I would have in my drop pouch, and I have 10 round rotary mags. All will be filled, so that will give me 150 rounds to use. So if you can't get it done with 150 rounds, or if you can't put someone down with 25 rounds, or hit what you aim at, I don't think it matters what caliber or what size gun you have. This to me is my go-to gun for a bug out gun. I have two 200 lume lights. As you can see, they have Picatinny rails on both sides. These are very bright lights, so I have two of them. They're really cheap. You can get them for like $15 on eBay or Amazon. And as you've seen in all my packs, they come with the CR123 batteries. I have probably 40 of them for spares. So again, this would be my rifle pick for a bug out gun. It has a folding stock. You can pick all kinds of stocks. The mods you can make to a Ruger 1022 are endless. You can trick them out to look any way that you want, to do anything that you want. So take the time to really check them out. This, with folding stock, can fold up to be very small and compact, pretty much from here to the end of the barrel with the stock folded. And I would suggest getting a quick adjustable sling, because no matter what gun you carry, you're not going to want to carry it, for hours on end. If the time comes when you can take a small break, being able to sling it, to me, is going to make a big difference, because even being a light gun, you're not going to want to hold it in your hands for hours on end. Eventually, your arms are going to get sore and start to shake, so being able to sling it is going to be a very big plus. Wow, there's so much I'd like to add. Since I've been here in South Carolina, I've joined a couple of ranges. I go as often as I could, or I went as often as I could. Right now, most of them are closed. So I would suggest to anyone that's new, you can go to a gun range and you can rent a gun. So don't go by the videos that say you have to have this gun, you have to have this caliber. Go to a gun range. Ask for help and advice, and then rent the guns before you buy them. Don't just watch a video and say, I have to have this 357 with never shooting a 357. I rented every gun that they had, and I picked 22s over every other gun that I shot. They're all cool, but a 22 is not as loud, a 22 doesn't kick, and to me, the most important part of this gun is I can hit what I aim at. So forget calibers. Choosing a gun that you can hit what you aim at on the first or second shot, to me, means more than anything else. If you can't hit what you're aiming at with a 50 caliber, then it doesn't matter. It's hard to babble. So for my next pick is a Ruger 1022. SR22. A Ruger SR22. This is the first gun that I got here in South Carolina. As soon as I saw it, as soon as I held it in my hands without even trying it, I bought it. And no regrets whatsoever. This is just the most perfect handgun that I have ever shot. I can hit everything that I aim at. It's got a 10 round mag. I have a 150 lume light attached to the rail in the front. If you buy a gun, buy extra mags for it. I have 5 mags for it and a way to carry it. If you watch my other vids, you're going to see that I have mag pouches for this gun. So with the 150 rounds that I would have filled and ready to go for the 1022, I have 50 rounds that will be loaded in the 5 mags. So again, a Ruger SR22, anyone can pick up. You should be able to hit anything you aim at with it. A girl can shoot it, a kid can shoot it. They barely kick at all. The sights came dead nuts right on. I didn't have to adjust the sights. I didn't have to do anything with it. 7 yards, 15 yards, 25 yards, I can hit the center of the target every time with all 10 rounds. They don't kick at all. So if you go into any gun store or gun range and they tell you you have to have a 9mm, you have to have a 357, either walk out or make your own choice and rent the guns and try them. So with this SR22, I can hit what I aim at with all 10 rounds. It barely kicks at all. I could shoot hundreds of rounds through it. It doesn't jam. It runs flawless. I can run 500-600 rounds through it. It doesn't hurt my wrist. It doesn't hurt my arms. I can shoot all day really cheap. 22 long rifle is really cheap. I can carry 1,200 rounds, as you saw in my bug out bag, for this 22 and the Ruger 1022. So that to me is more important than the size or the caliber. I want to be able to hit what I aim at with the first shot, if not the second follow-up shot. With a 357, 357s or 44 mag, those are very powerful guns, way stronger than this, but they kick. So by the time you get back on target with your 357 or your 44, I'm going to have my 5th or 6th shot off with this one on target. And not saying that any of you guys that have the experience can't do that with a 44. I'm just giving my opinion as a beginner. With my small body size, the 22s don't kick. I can stay on target. I can hit everything that I aim at with almost every shot. So that to me is my priority. As you can see, I got the 5 rounds. I have 2 spare mag carriers besides the 3 that I have on my belts. I have the light, and the only mod that I've made to this is a stainless steel guide rod. Everything else on this is totally stock. I haven't changed anything out because I love the gun. I think it's just, the absolute perfect gun. Anyone can shoot it. So again, go to the ranges when you can, when they open back up. Rent all the guns that you can. Rent them and try them before you buy them. I don't regret buying this one as my first gun because I love it. I love the gun. You can rack the slide. I can hit what I aim at with it. That to me is the most important thing. So for the third gun that I would be carrying out, if this is showing, this is a Glock 42. So when I went to the ranges, I rented a Glock 19 first, and I loved it. If you can't hit what you aim at with a stock Glock 19, then maybe hide behind somebody that can shoot. After the Glock 9mm 19, I rented a Glock 43 9mm, and I hated the gun. I hated it. It kicked. I hated it. So when I shot like two mags through it, and I took it back to the front and said, hey, I hate this. And the guy said, well, okay, then try the 42. The Glock 43 is a 9mm. The Glock 42 is a 380. The 42 is a little bit smaller, and if you compare the two bullets side by side, a 380 and a 9mm, they're almost the same size, but this 42 doesn't kick. I can hit everything that I aim at with this gun. I absolutely loved it. I shot like 100 rounds through it. I went right back out and I bought it. So this to me is the most perfect gun and the best gun I have ever shot. I love all my guns, but this Glock 42, that's my baby. I modified it with a tungsten carbide guide rod, a pair of, I'm not sure I'm supposed to even touch this, but those are True Glow sights. True Glow Pro sights. They're $100 each. So $100 for the front sight, $100 for the back sight. You're gonna need the Glock tool to take the front sight off, and you're gonna need a rear sight tool to take the rear sight off. But if you're into guns, you really should buy the tools so you can work on the guns. Yes, $100 each for each sight is a lot, but the True Glow, wow, I can't say that. True Glow Pro sights come with the tritium inserts and the fiber optic sights, so you can see day and night, and it makes a huge difference. I mean, until you actually try them, they glow in the day, they glow at night. I don't need the light on it. It doesn't have the Picatinny rail on the front. You can get a laser and a light, but um, I love this gun. It's the coolest gun. It fits my hand. I can hit everything that I aim at with it. The only other mods, I know it's really hard to tell, but it's a extended slide release and the extended breakdown levers. Those are the only mods that I've made to it. The trigger, I love the trigger, so I didn't mess with the trigger assembly. And besides those mods to the gun, I got two 10-round Glock store mags for it, and I have the two stock 6-round mags that came with the gun, with the bore snake and all the tools that you would need to break down any Glock, and really good gun oil. So take the time to go to the Glock store. Lenny McGillis, go to the Glock store, watch the vids. Lenny breaks down everything that you would want to know about a Glock, how to break them down, how to clean them, where to oil them. You don't just cake oil all over the gun. There's only a few spots on a Glock where you put a drop. So really take the time to watch the vids. Go to the range. I've shot thousands of rounds through this gun, and I absolutely love it. So for the ammo, I've shown before, and my choice, my personal choice, is SIG round nose. This is just my personal choice. You can watch the vids or ask the experts. A round nose has less of a chance to jam on the feed ramp. You may not understand what that means, but hollow points and all the rest, there's a small chance that some of them may jam on the feed ramp. So I go with SIG round nose. These are like $9 for a 50-round box. You see, I have them in the vacuum sealed bag, and the holster of my choice was only 15 bucks. I can carry this inside or outside the waistband. I can clip it onto my Alice Pack strap pretty much anywhere that I want. I would carry it on my left side in the front just as a backup, and with the two 10-round mags and the two 6-round mags and another 8-round mag with the mag extension, plus with the full mags from the Ruger 1022 and the Ruger SR22, I'm going to have over 200 rounds ready to go. And if you can't protect yourself and get it done with 200 rounds with these three guns, then I don't know what to say. So it's, if you can't get it done with that many, you're pretty much screwed. Also with the Glock, if you go to the Glock store, they have this survival parts kit for a Glock. It has every spare part that would possibly break or go wrong with a Glock, and Glock's motto is Glock Perfection. Glocks are, in my opinion, from everything I've read and seen, are one of the most reliable guns on the planet. So yes, you're probably not going to need any of the spare parts that come with it, but again, I went with this $49 parts kit. It comes with a tool to break it down, which really you're never going to need any of the spare parts, but just in case, the contents that comes with this is already in my bug out bag in one of the little waterproof containers, just in case something does break on it. I want to have the spare parts, because that Glock 42 is really, that's my baby. And now about ammo. There's tons and tons of ammo. Pretty much every Glock will eat any kind of ammo that you feed into it, whether it's the cheapest or the most expensive. So I have every brand ammo that there is. I go through Bud's Gun Shop. Blazer, you can get 50 rounds for like $8. SIGs, you can get 50 rounds for $9. The specialty ammo that you're all going to see and you all hear about, the home defense. All these really civil defense ones, the SIG hollow points, the extreme defenders, the rest in peace ones, the really cool tricked ones. These are really, really expensive. These go between $25 and $30 for 20 to 25 rounds. They're all really, in my opinion, they're cool to collect. All these I won't be carrying. Not any of them. Not the rest in peace, the civil defense, none of those. I won't be carrying any of these. I'm going to be going with SIG 380 round nose. That's my personal choice. These are all cool to collect and that, but I could not justify spending $30 for 20 rounds for something that really is going to make the same hole to me as a $9 really high performance good round, if this is making sense. Sorry, I'm not a gun expert. I've only got like 3.5 years into guns. I've been shooting for the past 3 years. I joined a range. I ask everybody I can for help and advice because I don't know that much about guns, but I'm trying to learn what I can. So this I'm just passing on, that you can spend $30, $35 for 20 rounds, or you can spend $9 for 50 rounds, and I think the SIG is going to put a hole in someone just as easily as these rest in peace and civil defense and extreme penetrators. They are really cool. I have them just, in the vacuum sealed bags because I'm trying to collect them. I have the tracer rounds, every round that they have. I have them in my gun safe. I collect them because I'm into guns and I really, really like them. Sorry to bearable, I didn't want to make such a long video. These take like an hour and a half to upload, and I'm hoping just to share what I can. A shout out to Ian. We Are Wake News. Man, I love you. New York Prepper Greg, you're trying your best. Oregon Preparedness, Oleg, your videos rock. And Prepper Camper. Prepper Camper is the coolest guy ever. So if you guys get the chance, check out those 4 channels. None of the 5 of us is making 1 penny off the videos that we upload. On YouTube, you need at least 1,000 subs before you can link to your account and start making money. So none of us is making 1 penny off of any of the vids that we upload. We're trying to share what we can, hoping that, just to me, if I can help one person say, hey, I never thought about that, or I was wondering about which gun, what would I pick for a first gun. In my opinion, not being an expert, a Ruger 1022 would be the ultimate bug out gun. I can carry thousands of rounds for it. It never jams. You can shoot thousands of rounds through it without cleaning it. You should clean a gun every time you shoot it. I don't care if you shoot it twice or 1,000 rounds. When you're done shooting, you break it down and you clean it. You keep an oiled silicone rag, you wipe it down, you keep it clean. The guys that know, the guys that have served, I hope you chime in and add your 2 cents of advice. Again, I'm not a gun expert, but I'm trying to share what I can. Be nice if you leave a comment, but leave a comment. Whether you hate my vids, you like my vids, if you had questions, even if I can't answer them, hopefully somebody else that reads the comments can. That's just the Ruger SR22. As soon as I saw this, as soon as I held it, I never even shot it. I said I want it. So that to me is my first love. That's my baby. But my Glock 42 is also my favorite gun. If I had one gun to pick out of all the guns that I have, that would be the Glock 42. That would be, if I had just one gun, it would be the Glock 42. So thanks for watching. Sorry to babble. The next video I'm going to do is finally how to sharpen a knife. That's something I am really, really good at. So the Knife Maker 123, I make knives. I know how to sharpen a knife. So hopefully the next vid won't be as long. I'm going to try and share everything I can about how to sharpen a knife. So again, watch. We Are Awake News. Ian is the coolest guy ever. New York Prepper. Greg is trying his best to share everything he can. Oregon Preparedness. Oleg. He's a very, 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 very cool guy. Sub to his channel. And Prepper Camper. God bless, man, for what you're doing. When I see you come into chats, it makes me feel good. So thank you for finally making videos. Sorry again to babble. This is too long. It's going to take me all day to upload this. So again, this is Mark, the Knife Maker 123. I hope this helped at least one person. That's me. If I helped one person, it's all the vids that I'm doing is worth it. Be safe. Have a great day.